Hi, and thanks for logging on to the daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new halacha for you. And it's for Wednesday, the 7th day of April, the 25th day of Nisan. Got an interesting question for you here today. Here goes. Concentrate with me here. Let's say it's this Thursday night, and you're supposed to count Sefira Omer this Thursday night. You'll see why I'm saying Thursday. And you forget. Well, you still have all day Friday to remember, okay? And all day Friday you still forget. And all day Friday you still forget. And you have not counted the Sefira Omer for Thursday night Friday. And you're running out of time. And then you accept early Shabbos, okay? Like around 7 o'clock at night, you accept Shabbos, or earlier. And then right after you have accepted Shabbos, or maybe even after you daven Marav, you realize, oh my gosh, I didn't count Sefira Omer for Thursday night and Friday. Now, you're remembering this while you're walking home. The sun is still up, so officially it's still Friday. So maybe you could still count. But maybe unofficially you can't count anymore because you've already accepted Shabbos. Once it's Shabbos, your Friday is over. So which one do we follow? The fact that the sun is still up there in the sky and you could still count Sefira Omer for Thursday and Friday because it's still Friday physically, or do you go by what you accepted? So Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal did this question, and he brought a fascinating proof from this Taz that, here I'm going to show it to you. The Taz was talking about a very different situation where you had a congregation that didn't have a shofar on a Friday. And they just said, oh well, no shofar. That whole day's shofar was blown. Oh, excuse that pun. I didn't mean that. They blew it. They blew their chance to blow the shofar, and they accepted Shabbos Friday afternoon. And then after they accepted Shabbos, a non-Jew comes running in and says, guess what, Jews? I got you a shofar. And it's still daylight out there. So it's the exact same kind of question. Physically, it's still Friday. But the Jews have already accepted Shabbos, so Rosh Hashanah has kind of ended. So the Taz said, Shetzrichin litkoa shofar. They have to blow the shofar because of the reasoning, because their Kabbalah Shabbos was by mistake. Importantly, the Taz goes on later, I'm not going to read the whole long thing to you, the Taz goes on and says another reason, and he says because physically it's still Friday out there, it's still Rosh Hashanah out there, so we go by the physicality of sun's out there, it's still Rosh Hashanah, so you can still blow the shofar. So Rav Moshe says, if you use the reasoning of this Taz, then you can do the same thing here. You can say, first of all, I kind of made a mistake here in accepting Shabbos. I wouldn't have accepted Shabbos if I knew that I still hadn't counted Sefira Omer, because I don't want to blow my Sefira Omer. And secondly, it still physically is Friday out there. And therefore, Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal concludes in this situation that you can still count Sefira Omer in the little bit of Friday that remains, even though you're in your Shabbos clothes and you already said Mizmor Shir, and even, says Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal, even if you daven Marav, you can still count the Sefira Omer for Friday because it still physically is Friday, and he bases it on this quote of the Taz that you just saw from me. So let me recap, because it was a drop complicated. If on Thursday night, this Thursday night, you forget to count Sefira, and then all day Friday you forget to count Sefira, and then you accept Shabbos, and then you remember in the last few minutes of Friday daytime, you can still count, says Rav Moshe, just like that shul with the Rosh Hashanah situation could still blow the shofar because physically it was still Rosh Hashanah or Friday, and they could blow the shofar. Hope that wasn't too complicated. I don't want this, don't get into this mess on purpose, okay? Please remember to count Sefira. But if this mess were to happen to you, exactly in this kind of situation, Rav Moshe says that you could still count the Sefira because it's still physically daytime. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.